crafty people, and welcome back to My Mum Makes. Today I'm sharing with you everything that I made in 2024. I have sewing projects, crochet projects, room repainting and decorating projects, as well as some cake and biscuit decorating and some other random crafts thrown in there. If this is your first time on my channel, then welcome. My name is Marie, and on this channel I love to share projects that I have made or mended. I am a mum to 4 kids aged 8 to 3 years old, and I love making things for them, myself, our house, and I'll be sharing all of that with you today. I have quite a selection here of all the things that I have made in 2024. So I'm going to start here with this first collection of things that I made for myself, which are all clothes that I wear to work. So since my last YouTube video, the reason I haven't been posting in the past 18 months is because I have gone back to work outside of the home, and that has kept me busy while I kind of found my feet again. So I have here a bunch of clothes that I have been wearing to work. I'm sure that you can probably guess what I do for work by some of the details on some of the clothes. You might remember this circle skirt I've shared the making of, and I've added some crayons to the border of that one. You saw my hungry caterpillar skirt there. I've also made this dress here, which I used the pansy pattern from Rosary Apparel, which I've made a previous dress for. So I used the same pattern to make this alphabet dress. I also have here this skirt that has little pencils on the pocket and the bottom. This one I wasn't completely happy with, but it's still quite cute, and I do like the color of that one. Just might need a little bit of tweaking. I've also made this skirt here. All of these, other than the ones that I mentioned, have patterns. The rest of them are all self-drafted. So this one here has numbers on it and some pink pocket details and pink at the bottom. This one's really nice and flowy. I really like wearing this one. And then when it got to the winter months, I also made myself this jumper here with alphabets on it. It's a cropped jumper that I tuck into some of my more plain skirts, not so much clashy with the patterns. Or I wear it with some high-waisted pants, and this is really comfy and cozy. I like this jumper as well. So if you've got any guesses of what my work is, you can put them in the comments below, and I'll heart anyone that gets my occupation correct. So they were all my work clothes that I made this year, and I also made some other items for myself as well. I've made this skirt here, which is this really nice corduroy fabric. Again, of course it has pockets, all of my skirts and dresses do, so I made this skirt for myself. This next piece here is one of my favorite pieces from the year. It's very sentimental to me because I used some embroidered pillowcases that a friend of mine embroidered, and I made them into the details on the sleeves. So I used the pillowcase embroidered detail that my friend Janine made, and I turned them into the sleeves and then created the rest of the bodice around those sleeves, which are really the showstopper of this shirt. So I really like that one. And I also made myself this dress this year. This is a dress that I made on craft camp, and craft camp is where you go for 2 nights away out in the country, and you bring your crafts and you just sit and craft and eat food that they cook for you and have no responsibilities, and it's great. This is the 2nd year that I have done it, and I love it. It is so much fun, and you can get so much of your crafting done with other amazing ladies who are also doing their own crafts. It's very inspiring to go around and look at all the different projects that everyone's making. So this is a dress that I made myself on craft camp. I was playing around with some the direction of the fabric. So it is a princess seam dress, so the seam comes along here on the front, and I have the stripes in different directions, so I was having a play with that. It's really soft and stretchy. I really like this. It was the first try of this pattern, and it works pretty well. And from that, I then made this dress that I'm wearing here, which I used the same pattern, and it's got the same princess seams, although it's harder to see the princess seams on this one because of the busyness of the fabric. This one again, of course, has pockets, and I also added this shirred waist detail, which I like on this, which is the improvement from when I made that one. I also made myself these, which were kind of a bust. These were some pajama pants that I had to go at making. They don't fit well. I never thought that I would say that something was too high-waisted, but these are too high-waisted. There's some fixes, changes, they need a bit of improving, but there was a start of the pattern, and this year maybe we'll tweak them or just start a whole new pair. It was some scrap fabric, so it didn't really matter. This year again, I made all of our Christmas outfits. So this is a photo of our family and our Christmas outfits. I made myself this dress, which was a button front dress using the Rosary Apparel daisy pattern. And then for my husband Lane, I made him a vest and shorts set out of this green fabric. I just cloned the pattern from clothes he already had, and it looked really great. He was very comfortable in it as well, so winner. And then for the kids' Christmas outfits, Ruben and Alice are two youngest kids. They just wore hand-me-down ones that I had made in previous years. Elijah, I made a new vest for him to match what Ruben has. I used the same pattern as I used when I made Ruben's vest, so I will link that pattern down below. And any of the patterns that I have talked about in this video so far, they'll all be linked in the description box. And same as any videos that I've made previously about any of these items. Just check the description box for any of the videos and patterns down there. And then there is Isabel's Christmas dress. So here it is in the photo, and I was running very behind when I was making this one. So I actually finished Isabel's Christmas dress at 1 AM on Christmas morning because I was running very late, but it got done. She wore it on Christmas. It looked great. It's all fine. So I've made it big enough that she'll be able to wear it again next year. So at least next year I won't be scrambling on Christmas Eve. Also, I made myself another Christmas skirt. All of the Christmas stuff have already been packed away. I was very efficient, so I can't physically show you, but I also made another red circle skirt which had a green border on it. So that is all of the clothing that I made for myself, and now we're going to move on to more of the stuff for the kids. So other than the Christmas outfits, which I've already explained to you, I also had this Christmassy skirt that Isabel wore. It was from a dress that I had made for myself in the previous year. I chopped off the top part and Isabel wore this as a skirt that she had to wear to a school event. I also made Isabel this dress. Originally it was for Isabel. It's this really soft, beautiful, like velour, I think, fabric. And it ended up being a bit smaller than I had thought it would be, so it will actually be more for Alice. So I made this dress for Isabel/Alice. Once I made that, Ruben, our youngest, our 3-year-old, said that he wanted to have a something beautiful as well, which was his way of saying that he really wanted me to sew something for him, which was so sweet. We went to the shops together and he picked out fabrics he wanted, and from that, because he was picking these fleecy fabrics, we decided to make some trackies. He was part of the whole process of buying the fabrics, pre-washing the fabrics, cutting it out, and helping me to sew. He loves stepping on the foot pedal, as they all do. Yep. So he made these dinosaur track pants and also these with vehicles on it. They are washed. They're just toned grey and brown now. But he loved making those with me. I love getting opportunities to sew with the kids, and it was so sweet to do that project with Ruben this year. The next project is this jumper dress. It's fleece lined on the inside and then has these ballerina fairy things on the front and a little tutu-esque skirt on the bottom. I made this for Alice's 5th birthday. She came to the shops with me and picked this fabric, and we decided on how to design it so she could wear this for her birthday party. The next thing is a overalls that I made for Isabel, very soft, like play suit type overalls. She hasn't really worn this very much, and it was me just playing around. I didn't have a pattern, I was just messing around, but it actually turned out quite cute, and when she saw that I had pulled it out to make this video, she was inspired to wear it again. So hopefully it gets a little bit more use now. The next set of clothes are all things that we made with Isabel, where she came to the shops with me and helped to pick some fabric. She picked these sort of as her 7th birthday dress that she wanted to wear. So we made this dress here, which has some mermaids on the front and then these color blocked panels on the neck and sleeves. This was based on a flutter sleeve t-shirt pattern, a free pattern on the internet. I'll link that down below. And from that same pattern, we also made 2 shirts. We made this unicorn shirt, which she actually wore on her birthday party day, because she couldn't wear a dress. We were at a climby indoor play type area, so she needed shorts and t-shirt. So we made this t-shirt with some puffy sleeves, and we made this shirt with the scrap fabric from the dress. To go with that, we also made these shorts, which she wore at her birthday party with the unicorn shirt like this. It looks very cute. These are really stretchy, comfy shorts, easy to play in. And we also made a set for Alice out of the purple fabric. Isabel's favorite color is pink and Alice's is purple. So these are the little purple shorts that Alice likes to wear. So the last thing on my clothing rack here is a costume item. So we're going into our next category, which is toys and costumes. So here in Australia, we have Book Week in August, where the kids get dressed up as one of their favorite book characters. And Isabel really likes the book series called The Secret Kingdom. I'll put a photo of the book character here so that you can see what we were going for. And then this is the apron that Isabel and I made together. She again helped me to sew this, and she had a lot of fun with the process of doing that. So Isabel had fun making her Book Week costume this year. I didn't make any other costumes this year, but I did make a few toys, and I'm going to throw in here the toy that I made them as their Christmas present in 2023. It needs its time, so here it is. So this is what I made for Christmas of 2023. It is a puppet theatre. So I've made these curtains here that you can pull across and open out. We hang this up on our wide doorway, and then we are able to have the kids open and close the curtains and make their little puppet show. I've seen people make puppet theatres before that go in a doorway, but knowing that I had 4 kids, I knew one little doorway wasn't going to be wide enough to accommodate 4 kids trying to play puppets. So instead I made it really wide like this. Originally I did put it here on a tension rod, but unfortunately it was too wide and wasn't holding the tension because it is very big and heavy. So instead I have put on these ties here that we then hang from command hooks on the ceiling, which are on the wall above the doorway, that just permanently stay there. So the kids have enjoyed playing with this. Some other things that I made in the toys and costumes category were this dress for Isabel's dolly here, which I made for Isabel's birthday. It matches a dress that I've previously made Izzy, so she can match her little dolly here. And I also crocheted 2 little stuffed animals. Now I've never done this before, so it was kind of a bit of an experiment. The first one I made was this penguin here. I crocheted this one while we were on holidays, and it was something that I did over a weekend, so quite achievable. It's very cute. And then secondly, Ruben asked for me to make him a dinosaur, so I made him this in an evening. I haven't done the best of jobs with it. It's a bit wonky and stuff, and it's hard to see his little arms here, but it was a good try for a one night's project, and he really likes that, so I made that. The next thing in the toys category is that I made a few taggy toys this year. This was not one that I made this year. This is a previous one which has been quite well used, but I make taggy toys like this that I gift to other people. So there were 3 new babies that are in our family and our friend circles this year. So my little niece Harper was born this past year in April, so I made her a taggy toy along with a friend of ours, or 2 other friends of ours. I made taggy toys for their babies. So now that we're talking about taggy toys, I'm kind of in this presents category. So I did gift those taggy toys, as I was saying, and I also gave some bibs with the taggy toys and some beanies. So beanies like this, again this is Ruben's one, it's not the one I gifted obviously, but I've made some beanies like this for the new babies. I like to give the taggy toy beanies and some handmade bibs as a little new baby gift. My niece Charlotte turned 2 in June, so I made her an art smock for her 2nd birthday and gave her some art supplies along with it. The art smock pattern that I used is one that I have made myself and I sell on Etsy, so if you'd like to make an art smock, I'll link that pattern down below. It looks like these ones which we have here at home. Another present that I made for my nieces were some bluey themed skirts. They were going to a bluey birthday party. So I made some gingham skirts, one with blue gingham and one with orange gingham, so that they could both sort of match the theme of the party that they were going to. And I also made some hair accessories to go along with those. And for Harper's baptism, I also made her a little floral skirt and hair ties as well. So that's everything for the present category. And the next category are hats. So this year I made 3 new hats. I'm always making hats. I've shared videos on the channel before about hats that I've made. This was one that I made on Craft Camp in October. It is an alphabet hat that I wear to work. And the thing with these hats is that I have tried a new strategy to keep them on our heads. I've made hats before with the chin strap and that works well, but these ones I've put some shirring on just the lining layer of the hat so that when you put it on, it keeps it tightly on your head because of the elastic. So I made this one for myself for work. I made this one with Isabel, so it's got pink on the inside and the shirring on the pink layer and then not on the tops. And I made myself a black hat as well like this. Mine and Isabel's are kind of wet from going to the beach this morning. So that's everything in the hats category, and the next category is on room decorations. This year we painted the girls' bedrooms, so Isabel has a gradient of light pink, dark pink and purple in her room on her wall, and Alice on her wall has light purple, dark purple down to a dark pink. So I painted their walls. It was a really fun process to do those, and then I made these few sewing projects to go along with it. The kids had these IKEA storage container things that they keep their stuffed toys in, and they were getting very dirty because they're this yellow color. You can see here they're very dirty. So I made a cover for the lid, and I do want to make a cover for the side as well. I just haven't got around to it yet. And the other thing I made was chair covers, because they have these chairs in their room with their desks, but they are a bright orange. So to cover that, I made covers for them. So this is just a self-drafted cover that I worked on, and then it's stretchy fabric, so it's pretty forgiving. So I made that as well for the girls' bedrooms. Now the boys share a bedroom, and I previously painted their room in 2023, which I haven't shared with you. So here's what their room looks like. It's a football themed room, so it looks like a sky with grass, and these are some football goals. And we have a whole stack of foam balls in there that they love to kick at their wall. So that's everything in the room decorating category. And now we're on to cake and biscuit decorating, which is not something that I'm particularly good at, but I'm willing to share with you anyway. So each of the kids for their birthday, I love to make them a cake from the Women's Weekly Cook Cake book that is like iconically Australian, themed from that or from their own imagination. So this year, Ruben and Elijah both wanted a car racing track. Ruben turned 3 in January, so I made him a car racing track shaped like a number 3. And then when it came to Elijah's birthday in May, he wanted the same idea. He was turning 8, so I made an 8-shaped racetrack as well for him. Then in July, Alice was turning 5, and she had a fairy-themed birthday, so I made this sort of cottagey type fairy house cake for her. The roof is a bit wonky, just ignore that part. And along with the cake, I also made some fairy wand biscuits. So we made some star sugar cookie biscuits, and while they were still warm out of the oven, we put a thick skewer through them so that as they cooled, they would set onto the skewer. We had previously painted and glittered the bottoms of the skewer away from the eating side. And once they were cool, we decorated the stars, and they just looked really effective as fairy wands, so I definitely do that again. Then in December, it was Isabel's 7th birthday, and I made her a giant pink 7. She just wanted everything pink, so we did pink must sticks, pink lollies on top, pink donuts, anything pink that was edible got chucked on there. I think this one looked really cute as well, and she was very happy with it. And then the last in this foodie craft type of category is some Christmas biscuits that we made. The kids and I always love to make Christmas biscuits, and it's nice to have little fun, whimsical type ones. So these were the ones that the kids and I made this year. And the very last category is just a bunch of random crafts that didn't fit in any other categories. So for Christmas this year, Lane, my husband, bought me a set of polymer clay, and I've been fiddling around and playing with that and having a lot of fun. I made these earrings with them, which are like a mottly purple and yellow. And although I still don't entirely know what I'm doing with polymer clay, I'm enjoying the process of learning a new craft. And the other craft that I got for Christmas was this bag here. It's a canvas bag by Life of Colour that you can then colour in. So I got the one with hearts all over it, and I'm decorating them all sort of different themes, like one to look like a carrot, or the sun, or a hot air balloon, or a princess, those kind of things. Other than that, the kids and I have been doing a lot of diamond dots and teaching the kids how to sew, and we've been having a really great crafty year, and I hope that you did too. So thank you for watching as I shared everything that I made in 2024. Let me know in a comment below what was your favorite thing that I made. I'm really excited to be sharing my videos with you on YouTube again, and if you haven't yet subscribed, make sure that you do that so that you're notified when any of my videos are up. And you can also follow me on Instagram if you want to see some more real-time what I'm doing and what I'm working on. So thank you so much for watching, and until next time, go get creative, and I'll see you later.